There are two types of people in this world. Those who can't find their passion and those who have too many. And I'm definitely the second kind. But it causes one serious problem in my life. Let me explain. We all know the best soccer player, the best sprinter, the best boxer, the best strongman and the best rapper. Each one of them got there by pouring all their energy into one skill, for years, sometimes decades. Their life paths look somewhat like this. But what if we took all that energy and split it into 5 different skills? Do you know such guy? Probably not. Because nobody remembers the guy who almost did 5 things. Having as many passions as I do, you become the jack of all trades, master of none. It stings when I meet someone who's obsessed with just one thing and they're better than me. Because I know they're right, they chose the smarter path. So while you may have a lot of fun doing all these different activities, it really hurts you when you want to pursue a meaningful career. Especially in the attention economy, and I experienced this firsthand. Back in 2022, I logged in on YouTube, ignored all the other fun stuff, decided this is my thing, I'm gonna make it work. For over 2 years I was the guy tryharding one craft, and it worked. 50,000 subscribers, full-time income. But eventually, I missed doing other stuff. So once I got to a comfortable place, I folded, got back into sports, filmed some music videos, life started feeling like a movie again. But here's the downside. Because I split my energy again, the business stagnated. That's why I believe if you want to build a truly successful career, you need to put all your energy into just one thing. Or do you? See, that advice makes sense. But only if your definition of success is to become truly exceptional, top 1% and Hall of Fame level. But what if you don't need millions? What if you don't care about hundreds of thousands of followers, fast cars and luxury watches? Then the question changes. And I'm fine not being number one. Because I've already done the flashy stuff and I know it's not for me. I had people take photos with me on the streets, made enough money to buy a car and 2 motorcycles before I turned 18. And yeah, it felt cool. But quickly became normal. Now I know I get way more fulfillment and long-term happiness from chasing my passions, even if I never master them. But here's the catch. You still need to be better than most people at something, because passion alone is great, but it won't pay rent. That's why I developed 2 strategies, short-term and long-term, that mix into a great way to pursue your passions while still becoming successful enough to support yourself. The first is a short-term strategy, what I call the after-hours seasons of exploration. Start by figuring out how many hours you need to put into your main craft daily. Once that work's done, you completely switch off and go chase one of your passions for the rest of the day. If you've got a job or school, it probably sounds like the most obvious thing ever. But if you're like me, with full freedom, it's very easy to get mixed up and sacrifice work for fun. But what I found, which can be useful for everybody, is that when I follow this structure, I actually waste way less time. No more, I don't know what to do, so I will just scroll reels moments. The key is to plan the after hours activity ahead of time and switch it up every few days. That's how you figure out what makes you truly fulfilled and then just do more of that. But that's a short-term solution which isn't anything crazy. What I think is way more exciting is treating your entire life like a series of chapters. Think of someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was a bodybuilder from his teens to 30s, a movie star from 30s to 50s, and a politician from 50s to 60s. You can do that too. Maybe you're a filmmaker in your teens, a CEO in your 20s, and a rapper in your 30s. That's not a fantasy, just 10 years of pursuing the same thing 3 times. And while I'm still on chapter 1, I think this idea is brilliant and totally realistic. That's because each chapter builds on the last. You bring the discipline and skills forward with you. You can do it over and over again, even if it's not about big careers, even if you just want to become a firefighter in your 40s. Nobody's stopping you. And think about how cool that makes you in your 50s, at family dinner, dropping stories to your kids from like 5 completely different lives. And yeah, it's easier to try things when you're younger, but even if you don't retire in your 20s, which quite frankly is quite exceptional, you can still combine the 2 strategies and, for example, make content creation your main thing in your 20s, still do it in your 30s, but just spend less time on it so that you can just make a living and then dive into a new passion for the rest of the day. Ultimately, it comes down to self-discovery. Not every path is right for you, not every sacrifice is worth it. But if you listen to what you want and not what some guru on the internet tells you, then you're gonna be fine. And by the way, you may not be interested in it at all, but if you'd like to make this cinematic, high-quality style of content like me, I'm giving away my color grading LUTs, sound effects, video planning templates, and more with video tutorials in my new free creator pack. So if that's your passion, consider checking it out in the first link in the description. It's free, and I'll see you in the next one.